Is there a reason, Ted, to be a buyer in this market right now?
Well, yeah. Personally, I think yes. I don't see us going back to where we were, for example, January and February of 2009. Doesn't mean the market can't work a little lower, but I think the economy in the U.S. certainly is showing more signs of progress, more positive than negative, and the corporate earnings for the first quarter of this year, 2010, were really terrific.
Are the fundamentals backing up the trades right now? That's a big question. The fundamentals of our economy and of the global economy.
Great question. The fundamentals are in place if you're an investor. This market has seen money flows in and out of the market. What we've witnessed over this correction is money flows that were too big for the individual markets to be in. This is an ideal time for the individual investor to look at the individual stocks that they know, and this is the time for them to buy. Traders have a different timeline, a different expectation. They're motivated by different factors, but what we're seeing is our economy is at best holding still. You can be hopeful and eventually it will get better. But when you see a sell-off like this is an investor's opportunity, not necessarily a trader's.
Looking at Spain, one of the banks are being taken over by the Spanish Central Bank, looking at Portugal, looking at Greece and the major debt questions in those countries, how much of a factor is that in the global sell-off, Asia, Europe, the U.S. we've seen?
Well, I think it's a significant factor. I mean, if you looked at just the U.S. economy on its own, we're starting to expand again. We're starting to hire. There's a lot of good signs in the U.S. economy. So something outside of that economy has to be dragging the market down. And it's definitely started with Greece. Spain is definitely an issue. Portugal will be an issue. And I think Italy is also an issue. So you have to be very careful. And Great Britain, too.
What's the biggest thing you're looking ahead at this week or this month that's going to affect the moves you make in this marketplace?
I think a lot of stocks that we look at are really getting very interesting. They were very expensive 4 or 5 weeks ago.
What companies?
We look at some of the big chemical companies. We look at some of the energy stocks. This reversal of the dollar trade has created a lot of weakness in a lot of sectors that long-term are probably very attractive. And so I don't know if it's today or next week, but if the sell-off continues, I think we'll look at it more constructively in terms of putting some money to work.